Hello and welcome to Car Mechanic Simulator 2015. Yes, it's time to get the anger reflections out of the way. Nice and early. So here we've got a bin reflecting along the wall, this yellow and black line. Yeah, can't see it either. There we go. That's that over and done with. So previously we'd been to the auction, bought several cars, done them up and sold them on. So we're now lathered in cash. I think that's the term that kids use these days, is it? Lathered? No. Right, so we're going to do ourselves some customer jobs today, just for a difference. Let's start with something that sounds a bit long, and maybe stick in a short one, so to speak, as the actress said to the bishop, etc. Alright? Good. Okay, so yes, it's the best of colours. In fact, it's very similar to the colour of the one that we've got. I think we've got a Rex anyway. We've certainly got an Earthquake. I think we've got both. Oh, nobody cares, but I'm going to go and check. Earthquake Rex, yeah, in a sort of pinky purple colour, and an Earthquake in a darker purple. Yeah, so yeah, it's like it's as well. It's like it's got a panel, different colour panel on it. Well, I've never seen that. That's very exciting. That's the level of excitement you can expect here on Car Mechanic Simulator. Alright, so ignoring the fact that we don't have to paint it, look, it's the wrong colour. Has there been an update? Anyway, engine faults, sounds from the engine, oil and filters, timing. Okay, so lots of engine-y things. Good. Right, let's get it on a lifter. Lift it up slightly so that we can find it even harder to peer over the edge of this engine. Is it floating? Oh, it is. It's levitating above. Brilliant. It's not even going to wear out the stays on my lifter. Right, okay. Spot the chocolate. It is Legion. So radiator, that's something that's chocolatey. Oh, that throttle's chocolatey. There we go. We need to do the filters, so we can. Hello, take that off. Alright, I see some chocolate deep in there, so it looks like we're going to be digging in. Yeah, so this head here, exhaust manifold, let's get that off. Alternator there as well, look. Can't take these off here, can we? No, we have to be underneath the car to take those off. Alright, oh no, we can't take that off, we have to remove all this other timing shenanigans first. There we go. And the other belt. Oh, it's got a tensioner as well. Yeah, it's been a while since I've done one of these modern engines. The chocolatey has does the thing underneath it. Water pump. Yep, and a roller that needs replacing. The alternator off. Okay, we need the head off on this side at least. It's not to say we won't need more things off, but we'll start here. Some spark plugs, for instance. Why am I so close? Oh, there we go. I can't zoom out. There we go. There we are. Wow. So, yeah. Lots of chocolate in here. Let's get the spark plugs out. Yeah, we have to take off the timing. So to take these out, these camshafts, you have to take out the cam gear, and that's underneath the timing cover. And of course, to take the timing cover off, you have to actually take off both head covers. Oh, and to take the head cover off, you have to take off the coils. Okay, there we go. This looks pretty chocolatey as well, to be fair, so you never know, this head cover might need to come off. What's that on? 72%. Our cut-off is 70%, so that's actually fine. We've got a chocolatey spark plug there, though. Right, so we have to take all these off to get the timing cover off. Right, there we go. Okay, now we can remove the this timing belt first, even look, and then the cam gears and the camshafts, and finally, once we've removed these other things, we can remove the engine. Oh, It's still attached to... Oh, it's got a exhaust manifold attached to it, of course. Because I've taken an exhaust manifold off, I'd sort of, in my mind, made it that it was this side, but of course it was another side. So now I can finally remove the engine head on this side. Okay. So that's all the visible chocolate for now. So let's just have a quick check on our list. So we found quite a lot of these parts, but we might have to go deeper into the engine still. Tapping sounds, we've still got something that could be the clutch perhaps, or the steering rack. Filters and timing parts, we've found all those, yeah. So we have to go deeper into the engine. Now potentially at this point I could still run a diagnostic, even though that, you know, realistically the engine is in no fit state. So let's see what happens. Yep, stick the ODB reader in, that's for sure. OBD, doop doop. So, okay, that tells us nothing very interesting. Let's try the compression test. This will tell us if any of the pistons are knackered. Yep, and a few other bits and pieces. Okay, so we've got one dodgy piston and a dodgy crankshaft. So we are going deep into the engine. To be honest, I don't really need to know anything else. Oh, well, we're here, aren't we? Might as well run this electric test. Because mainly at this point I want to know whether I have to pull the engine apart completely or not, because it's a time-consuming job. There we go, the battery's knackered. Well, that was fairly easy. There we go, battery. So we're going to be going deeper into the engine, so let's take off all of this. Spark plugs. Okay. I didn't check on the other side actually, it might be one of the pistons we'd already exposed. No, there it is, look. Pistons don't go chocolatey, they just go black. Wow, look at all these yellow and black reflections, look. Reflecting something they can't see. Wow, there's reflections, it's just piss poor. They were piss poor before because obviously there's nothing there for them to reflect, but now they're not even reflecting the right colour, which apparently is some sort of heinous crime that I can't let go. Right, tapping sounds from engine, we've got all those. So it's just this... Oh no, we've found the piston, haven't we? So what's this? The crankshaft? No, we know about the crankshaft. Not sure what that final problem is. Oh yeah, we need to take off the oil pan and all that shiz before we can get in there. So let's watch them. Look at that, clear space. That's like a foot of space. Yeah. It's modern technology, eh? Whoop. Alright, so we need to work out where the drain hole is, because these were a bit problematic before. Usually I'd position the... looking directly up, I can't look up anymore. I'd position the drain like there, looking just in front of the drain hole, and I'd position the drain there. But for these, that's not forward enough, so I need to actually go a bit further forward, and then it's still worth double checking that you're actually underneath it, because I'm not convinced that's underneath. And of course the other trouble is that you can't actually get near enough the oil drain, look, so that when you click it, it moves towards you, which is really frustrating when you try and be accurate. Right, let's try that. I can't be bothered to look too closely. It's only $100 after all. Hey, we got it right. Look, see, it looks like it's going through the steering rack there. Anyway, let's put that out of the way. So now we can take off the oil pan and get at the pistons. Of course, potentially the oil pan might be broken as well. Is that on 80%? No, that's fine. So there's the piston we want out. Oh, we want the crankshaft out as well, don't we? So we have to actually remove all the pistons. This is the bit I refer to as the yo-yoing of the engine. We have to sort of put it up and down to do all the bits to get it out. So let's take all the pistons out. Piston, 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 piston. Alright, and then we go back up. Then we can get at the crankshaft and its various bearing caps. And it's one of the bearing caps, look, that's dodgy. There we go. So that's the final part that we were missing on our list of the engine parts that were noisy or problematic, I think. Why can't I take the crankshaft? Oh, it's still connected to the gearbox, of course. So we need to remove the drive shaft. There we go. And that. Alright, and then there's a transfer box. We have to pull ourselves along. Oh, and the front drive shaft, which just falls off, and then it's just bolted on, and then we can get to the gearbox. Oh, once we take the starter motor off, which luckily doesn't require the car being on the ground, so we can just do that and carry on. Let's get that oil filter off while we're here. So we have to take all this off so that we can release the crankshaft, because it's attached to the flywheel. As well as all this really. Okay, and then we can take the crankshaft out. Good, alright, and then we can check our list. Everything. Okay, it doesn't necessarily mean I've removed it all, remember, it means I've discovered it all. So for instance, before I'd taken this piston out, that was listed. But I think I've taken everything out now. Yeah. Okay, so it looks like I've got everything. I'm dubious, but you know, what can you do? So, let's start at the top. Repair all engine faults. Alternator, battery, belt tensioner. Alternator. Oh, we need a filter as well. Alternator, battery, belt tensioner. Cam gear, camshaft V8. Cam gear, camshaft V8. Crankshaft bearing cap, crankshaft pulley. Crankshaft bearing cap, crankshaft pulley. It's not a V8 one, is it? It is. Crankshaft pulley V8, engine head V8. Engine head V8. Fuel rail DI, idle roller B. Fuel rail DI. Fuel rail DI, something. Idle roller B, 2 ignition coils. Idle roller B, 2 ignition coils. Piston with conrod, radiator fan and radiator. Piston with conrod. Radiator fan. Radiator. Serpentine belt B V8, 3 sparkles. Serpentine belt B V8. 3 sparkles. Throttle V8 and a water pump pulley. Throttle V8. Water pump pulley. Alright. Tapping sounds. Crankshaft V8. Alright, it's crankshaft V8. Exhaust manifold V8. Exhaust manifold V8. Serpentine belt A V8 and a timing belt V8. So serpentine belt A V8 and a timing belt V8. Alright, so oil and oil filter V8. Oil filter V8. Air filter, fuel filter. Not got one of those yet. Fuel filter. And a belt tension. We bought one of them. We bought 1 timing belt. So timing belt V8. Another one of those. And we did buy a water pump pulley, but not a water pump, I believe. Yeah, we bought a water pump V8. Okay, that's everything. So let's put it all back together. Fancy new crankshaft. Oh, and its bearing caps, of course. Oop. Lovely. And oil filter. And nothing else. Yo-yo. Comes to something when you can't even say yo-yo properly. I've got to yo-yo it up and down. See what? Alright, all the pistons back in the piston holes. That's how you refer to them. Lovely. Nice engine head. Jokes about head. Insert your own there. Awesome. Spark plugs. Yeah, everyone loves spark plugs. Like camshafts. And then we got our cam gears. Timing timing belt. Oh yeah. Alright, sparks. And camshafts, cam gears. And then we can put on our timing belt and timing cover. Whoop. And then all this timing finagling on the front. This crappy crap. All vitally important for some shit or other. Look at your nearest Haynes manual if you want to find out what all this stuff is. I'm sure it's as accurate as a real vehicle. Idle rollers, yes. Idle rollers. In you go. Go on, there we go. Right, and then we can put on some belts. Or, you know, forget miss. There we go, belt tensioner. And an extra idler roller there. Right, that's all that done. Radiator and fan. Let's put the top of the engines back on. Zoop, zoop, zoop. That's the extra noise you get. Super special effects. There we go, and the coils cover. Manifold, fuel rails, throttle. Oh, that bolt's on. There we go, don't want the throttle falling off. That would be very slow. Fuel filter. There we go. Zip, zip. Zip, 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 zip. Right. And ignition coils. And the cover. Right, so that's all that put back together again. Stuff the battery in. So remember the exhaust manifolds, one on either side to replace, of course. Zip, 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 zip. Meep. I don't know why I'm adding my own sound effects. That's like a premium fan channel thing. Pay extra and get to hear me make sound effects. Bzz, bzz, boop. Meep, 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 meep. Yeah, that's just a small sample. Please place your money in this pile. And also, you can hear me go on about reflections that aren't real. How can you possibly not want that? Yes, I'll be starting up a Patreon page within minutes. Man invading against bad reflections. It's not going to take on PewDiePie or whatever his name is it? Right. I bet he hasn't done over 100 videos on Car Mechanics Simulator. Oh, and that's just this game. On last year's game, there was another 50 or 60 videos. Oh dear. Yes. Yeah, I don't get paid for this, you know. The service I provide off my own back. Right, let's see if we can see the drive shaft. There we go. One drive shaft. Very useful. Right, what else needs doing? We'll change the oil. And the air filter, of course. Right, so we've drained the oil, haven't we? Yes, I remember doing that. We've put in the oil filter again. Yes. I did a fuel filter so it can come back down. We bought a new air filter. I remember to do that, but I haven't replaced it yet. So let's do that. Where's your clip? There we go. Okay, and oil. Where's the oil hole? That's a big oil hole. You fit your whole fist in there. That's the just said to the bishop. Anyway, yes. So how are we doing there? Alright, looks like it. That's it. That looks like it because it's it. The car even disappears. Awesome. Everything remembered. So that wasn't too long. We got a super fast job. Super fast job. Super fast job. General running gear. All running gear faults. Car is loud. Running gear and gearbox. These could be quite short, but they could be really long. Let's see if we can get a super fast job. Engine power has failed. Oh, that sounds quite good fun. Something to do next time. That's a big long job, isn't it? Actually, they're not very interesting jobs, those last two bits. No, it's not too long. Still, doesn't look like we're going to get a super fast job. No biggie. Now there we go. Gearbox and brakes. Yes, gearbox and brakes. Let's get it on. Start with the brakes. Just remember, is that definitely what it said? Gearbox and brakes, yeah. Right. Chocolatey calipers. Right. Pad looks alright actually. Alright. There we go. Hear the phone going in the background. Oops, come on. Come on. Too fast for these brakes. These brakes are like, hey man, slow down. We like taking things easy. Yeah, not brakes anymore, you just problem parts to be replaced. There we go. Right. Cal E pads, bonus. Was that all of it? Oh, there's the gearbox as well. No, there's this bits in here as well, look. Where have they gone? There we go. Model. And as we're going to the gearbox, it's worth making sure this starter motor needs to come off like now rather than when it's up in the air. Okay. Oh, we have to take the axles off, aren't we? Oh, we've already done that now. Pretty much. Got the wheels off, I mean. So the axles are easy to remove. Axle 1. Axle 2. Alright, now we raise it up in the air, take out the steering rack, or drive shaft, whatever it is, and then we can get at the gearbox. So that thing, yes, front drive shaft. So that's one chocolatey gearbox. Let's look at the inners, also quite chocolatey. Well, that release bearing's okay, but the rest of it looks like it's straight out of the Cadbury's plant. There we go. So, just double check we've got all that. Yes, gearbox fault. So, we need a bit of everything. Gearbox. We need a gearbox I4. We need a flywheel plate and pressure plate. Yeah. And then we need an ABS module. ABS module. And then, what do we need? 3 calipers, 2 discs of ventilators and 2 pans. 3 calipers, disc ventilated, 2 discs, 2 pads, I think. 2 discs and a ventilated. Did I get 2 ventilated? No, I think I did it right. I guess we'll find out, won't we? That's the joy of just doing it. You'll find out. It's on second guessing. What did I do? Did I do that? Did I do this? No, well, just play it out and see what happens. Alright, gearbox I4. Nice and new, no chocolate here. And then your steering racks and your axles. Get your axles. Yes, your axles here. Right, there we go. And then replace the brakes. Calipapa. Wow, there's a big wheel with its orange and with its yellow and black reflections. If it was orange, I'd be a lot less annoyed. Or annoyable. No, annoyed. Tell it like it is. Zip, zip, zip. Right, there we go. And it's almost a drinking game now, isn't it? Yeah, when not to drink, when he mentions something about the yellow and black reflections, every time he doesn't mention the yellow and black reflections, take a drink. Right, so that's all the wheels back on, so that's... did I put everything back on underneath here? Yeah, what have I not done? ABS module, have I replaced that? No. Okay. There we go. Oh, and the starter motor, of course, my favourite thing to forget. There we are. Give it a little polish, and then send it on its way. Super. Well, thanks for watching, and enjoying, and getting angry with me about shitty reflections. That's right, start a petition. And I'll see you next time for more gentle car mechanic simulations. That's right. Good day.